Hello and welcome back. Today I've got another £200 worth of 10p's. We're going to have a hunt through looking for the alphabet 10p's. Ideally, we want some of the new letters we don't already have. So progress we've made so far, this is 2018. We've got A, C, E, H, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, S, V, X, Y and Z. And then 2019 we've made a lot less progress because we've had a lot less time to hunt through them. But we do have G, we do have L, R and U. So let's cross our fingers and hope that we find some new ones today. Hello and welcome back. So today I'm going through more questions that were put onto my giveaway before last, my May giveaway maybe? I'm not sure. But anyway, those of you that watched my Royal Mint video will know new giveaways coming on Tuesday. It's going to be really, really big, and I hope you guys are going to like it. I don't actually have the prizes to hand. I could have shown you the boxes, but I don't have them to hand. But anyway, more of that, you'll see that on Tuesday. So a massive thank you to everyone that subscribed as well. I hit 30,000 subscribers. It's absolutely bonkers. So as I said, big thank you. I can't believe it. But anyway, we're getting to questions. NCL Spotter asks, should there be any more aviation coins circulating? My opinion is the better. The more different types of coins circulating, the better. So yeah, I'd be well up for more aviation coins. Why not? Like the Concorde, but also the RAF set that came out in 2017. It's a real shame they're not going into circulation. However, again, those of you that saw my Royal Mint video will have heard me say that the what's it called? There is a new £2 coin going into circulation next year. It's going to be a shield, a Britannia. Crumbs. My brain is not working right now. Edge of Chaos asks, favourite 10p and why? It has to be F for fish and chips. I just think it looks so cool, the F being a fish. But I also like E for English breakfast as well. I think they're really, really cool designs. Kushikawa asks, do you think Prince Charles will feature on the 50p once he's king? I think that's a given. The monarch on the coin is always the reigning monarch, so I don't see any reason why, when he ascends to the throne, I'm sure he'll be on our coins. Derek Morgan asks, how long have you been collecting 50p coins before you found Kew Gardens? So I started collecting in February 2018, and it was only about a month until I found Kew Gardens, and I didn't quite realise how rare they were, how I shouldn't be expecting them that often, but I found another one in the September, and I've never found one since. So fingers crossed, maybe I'm due one very, very soon. MG Tau Ghost asks, do you bother collecting old British silver coins? I mean, yeah, I collect any coins I can get my hands on. I've had so I opened that mystery bag of coins that Laughter sent in, and that had a couple of silver coins in, which were awesome. I've had some silver coins sent to the PO box, which is I'm very, very grateful for, and I buy the silver proofs, although they're not old, they're new. So yeah, basically any type of coins I can get my hands on, I will collect and put in my collection. Coins to collect. Another fellow coin tuber who I met at the London Mint, at the Royal Mint, the last two times I went, asks, what do I edit my video on? I use a laptop. I bought a brand new laptop. Crumbs, it must be almost 6 months ago now, if not a bit longer than 6 months. I bought a Dell XPS 15. So I was looking over to try and see what the model of it is. I'm not a very sort of techie guy, but yeah, I used that laptop because my bottleneck was rendering videos. My old laptop, the 10p's would take, like this video, would take me about 2.5 hours to render. 2 hours to 2.5 hours. That's if it didn't crash in between, because it was a really old laptop. And so much of my time I was just waiting for a video to render. Now this new laptop, well, it's not new anymore, but this laptop I currently use takes about, I don't know, 10 minutes to render a video, which is amazing. No way. W? W for woohoo! World Wide Web. What a stunner. A new one ticked off. Hallelujah. We did actually find, Patrick and I, one of these, but I lost the recording somehow. So we had to take them back out of the book, but we finally got one again. But in terms of the editing software, I use Camtasia. Camtasia 2019, I think it's called. Basically it's an editing software I bought years and years and years ago. I learned how to use it, and I'm too stuck in my ways to learn how to use a new editing software. Ginger Chicks XX asks, I've got both Paddingtons. Are these the only ones for this year? Yes, so 2018 there's the Paddington at the station and Paddington at the palace, and very very soon we should see the new Paddingtons. We're getting Paddington at the Tower of London, and we're getting Paddington at St Paul's. So they're going to be awesome. Can't wait for them, especially if the designs are as cool as the last year's designs were. Will Bellamy asks, what's the easiest way to build up a collection? Excuse me, I'm half asleep over here. What's the easiest way to build up a new collection new collect? Oh goodness gracious! It's just reading. How do newsreaders do this? What's the easiest way to build up a collection for new collectors? There we go. That was Will Bellamy's question. My advice is always tell your friends, your family that you're collecting, so they can keep an eye out in their change, or your colleagues. I mean, I was watching Coins to Collect video on the Royal Mint trip that he did, that I was there for as well, and he was saying how he's got the Calpay House 10p the Gibraltar coin. That's a work colleague that found it and agreed to swap it with him. So yeah, the more people you tell, the more people they'll be keeping a lookout for you. We got another one. Wow. J for Jubilee. That's a 2019 one. I don't think we got that one. We've got it for 2018 for sure. Wowee. Wow, this is going really well. Alex Curlis asks, what's better, Shield or Britannia? So my personal opinion, I don't mind. I think the Shield does look quite neat, but I do like the Britannia as well. So I don't know. I don't have a favourite out of the two of them. I don't know. I think it's each their own. I mean, in terms of rarity, there are more years with rarer shields than there are Britannias. So there's more shields to look out for that are worth keeping. I mean, even the Britannia that's worth keeping, the 2008, there's still a quite high mintage of them, and you will find your fair share of them if you look through as many coins as like I do. So yeah, it's each their own, I guess. 666 Jedi Mind Tricks 666. Wow, that's someone I recognise from I think every one of my giveaways. So a massive thank you for watching my videos for that long, because that's bonkers. It asks, will you do the tour of the London Mint office at some point? I'd love to. It's something that we've been talking about for absolutely ages with them. 6 months, if not more. We've been talking about it. It's just trying to get our diaries to align, because outside the videos I work full time, so I work Monday to Friday and some Saturdays as well. And obviously they're only open Monday to Friday, so it's trying to align when I've got time off work, but also when they've got when they're not too busy, when they've got people there that want to see me. So at some point I'm sure I will, and fingers crossed, and I'm hoping very very soon to go see another coin collecting channel, I guess, and I'll make a video of that. NVA I don't know what that is. Asks, what's your favourite home cooked meal? I'm not particularly fussy when it comes to food. I'll try anything, but I don't know, homemade foods like lasagna or a shepherd's pie, or I don't know. The problem is I'm not a very good cook. I'm absolutely appalling, and I'm a liability in the kitchen. I pick up a mixing bowl and people run for the hills, and I don't blame them for that. So yeah, again, I'm not particularly fussed by anything in particular. Subscribe to the Blocks Co asks, What looks do bank tellers give you when you order hundreds of pounds? So they've all become quite accustomed to me now. So the one bank, I've been doing this for over a year now, every week, and they automatically order the coins that I want each week. The other bank, there's a online form I can submit to order coins specifically. So yeah, they're not phased by it at all. And also, I've got a business account, so there's charges on that. So I mean, they're going to be making money off me. So I don't think they're fussed. Joe Longhurst asks, do you think multiple series like Beatrix Potters and Paddingtons are a good idea? Surely it must annoy the people who aren't fans. Yeah, so I'm quite aware that people that don't like Paddington Bear, don't like Beatrix Potter, don't like other kids things, the Wallace and Gromit I think we're getting at the end of the year, it might annoy them seeing them. To me, it doesn't faze me. It's all about how neat the designs are. But I think it's a good idea. I like the sets to collect, like the Olympics. Who doesn't like trying to collect all the Olympics? Or even now, all the Beatrix Potter, there's tons and tons and tons of them. Even if most of them are quite highly minted, there's still a nice little set to try and complete. So I like them. is my answer. But I appreciate that some people aren't going to be massive fans of whatever the collection is. So yeah, I guess so. Danielle Bleasdale asks, how many times do you plan on going to the Mint? I will go every time they change the Strike Your Own. So I might go again before this Strike Your Own changes, because Patrick was away, so he missed out on that one. So if he wants to go, I might take him again. But I'll let you guys know if I do plan to do that. But otherwise, I normally go up the second month that they've changed the Strike Your Own, so it gives me time to plan, but also it's enough time to make a video, tell you guys I'm going, because a whole bunch of you came last time, which was great. Train Spotting asks, what is your best change or vending machine find? See, I can't think of anything specific I got in change in a shop. Nothing jumps out at me, but I do remember getting, it was actually one day I drove into town to go drop off the coins, and I couldn't park in my usual parking space, which I rent out for free, and so I parked there for free. Not free, I pay for the parking space, but whatever. So I had to park in the big multi-storey, and so I ended up paying, I don't know, £3, £4, £5 in just for the parking, which is a bit annoyed at. But yeah, I'd had a whole, I think it was £1,000 worth of £2 coins over 2 weeks that I found absolutely nothing in worth mentioning. So I went in, dropped off all the coins, paid for my parking. Olympic Beijing handover coin came out of the little parking meter, so I was absolutely chuffed to bits with that. So that's my best find from a kind of sort of vending machine. Piano Tuner Zero asks, if you knew there were gold bars buried across the country, would you go hunting for them? Yeah, why not? That'd be great fun. I guess so. Why not? Who wouldn't? Ian Ritchie asks, will there be any Florence Nightingale next year to celebrate 200 years from the date of birth? Possibly, I don't see why not. Although we do have a Florence Nightingale already. I don't know then. Maybe, maybe not. Kieran Miller asks, what is your oldest coin? I think I did have some Roman coins sent in, or I think Roman or otherwise ancient coins sent into the PO box, but I haven't looked into them too much yet. So the oldest one I'm aware of is I think it's 2 crown or 1 crown, 1707 Queen Anne, which was an awesome coin sent in by the very lovely WWE Alanado, another person who's been subscribed as long as I can remember. So that's the oldest coin I own. Dave Jones asks, what do you think of Brexit and what's happening in the government right now? Goodness gracious, there is so much going on in UK politics now. There is so much going on to do with Brexit. That do you really want another voice chiming in on opinions of it? I think I speak for the majority of people. We are sick to death of Brexit dominating our news cycle, and I just wish it wasn't in the news anymore. So yeah, I don't want to so much blather on about my Brexit opinion. I voted Remain. I don't think a no deal Brexit will be good for us, but I'm not an try that one again. I'm not an economist. Oh my goodness, come on. I'm not an economist. So yeah, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But like I said, the sooner it's over with, the better, because I think, as with many people, I'm getting sick to death for hearing about it. Wanting Answers asks, will the Hawking or the new Q go into circulation? No, so the 2019 Kew Gardens and the Stephen Hawking coin will not be going to circulation. They were only made for the collector's sets, I guess, unfortunately. Chris Bolton asks, what are your views on ancient coins from a collecting standpoint? So I haven't got many ancient coins. I don't know what you would call an ancient coin, actually. Like that 1707 crown or 2 crowns, would that be an ancient coin? It's quite old, but I guess like Roman coins, things like that. I think they're pretty awesome. It must. Again, it's not my area of expertise. I haven't had many or been through many. I was tempted to buy a mystery grab bag sort of thing of ancient sort of Roman coins, but I've not got around to it. And I've also not found one that a sort of lot that sort of piqued my interest yet. So it's something I might do in the future, but I think it would be really, really neat to have a coin that old. The Pro Gamer R2E with official music videos, what a name, asks, what happens when you get all the collectible 50p's? I'll start a new book. I'll keep going. James Woolley asks, do you have any error coins? I've got a few error coins. I've got a rotation error coin that I can think of off the top of my head. Some CUD coins with the extra bits of metal on it. Nothing extraordinary sort of in terms of the errors, apart from the Navy Centenary with the flag error. I've had a few of them. But if I find them, I'll keep them, because error coins are quite neat. Sims4 asks, would you ever get into collecting gold sovereigns? Maybe when I win the lottery. They're a little bit out of my price bracket at the moment, but like I said, if I win the lottery, sure, why not? Andy P asks, do you prefer the look of gold or silver coins? Well, I don't have any gold coins. I've got some gold layered coins or gold finished coins, but I do like the silver coins. They do look quite crisp. Sort of the image on them. I mean, the gold coin I'd be most tempted to get would be the Frankenstein £2. I just think it looks so awesome. It's my favourite coin design, so that would be the one I'd be tempted to get if I was going to get any. But like I said, they're so expensive. The British Unicorn asks, if the UK ever broke up, how would that affect our coins? Well, we've been told before by the politicians, if Scotland leaves the Union, they don't get to keep the sterling pound. So I would imagine that would be the same for any other part of the UK. I don't know what that would mean if Wales broke off from England. I would imagine they'd move the mint back into England rather than being in Wales, but I don't know. Maybe they would issue their own coins. Maybe it'd be a bit like the territories issue their own coins. Kevin Benton asks, how long do you plan to collect coins for? I get this question a lot. How long do I plan to collect coins for? I mean, I enjoy doing it. I'll do it as long as I'm enjoying it. I don't have a fixed deadline of, I'm going to do this for 12 months, I'm going to do this for 2 years, I'm going to do this for 5 years. I'll keep on doing it until I'm not having fun doing it anymore, or until they start making coins, I guess. So yeah, no plans to stop. I'll keep on going. Second question from Kevin Benton asks, what stage of education are you in? I am done with education on a sort of an official basis. I finished university 6 or 7 years ago now. Wow, that's crazy. But obviously you learn throughout life, you learn through experience, you learn through failures. So I guess you never finish with education, but yeah, as in terms of my formal education, I am done. I am not going back. So for those of you that are still in school and not enjoying it, hang on in there. It won't seem as long a time when you're done with it. Ooh, we got another one. M for Macintosh 2019. I don't know if we had that one for 2019 actually. Very nice. Number 3. Michael Morley asks, what one coin would you like to see as a strike your own? A really cool design, I think. So I keep banging on about the Kew Gardens. I don't think it's going to happen this year. It's a real shame because it's 10 years of the Kew Gardens, 50 years of 50p. The Royal Mint just don't seem to be making the Strike Your Own Kew Gardens. But a really neat design, like the Great Fire of London would make an awesome Strike Your Own. Some of the ones that didn't circulate, so like the aviation set, imagine that, they could change it once a fortnight. They could have whole aviation set, and it cost me a fortune in petrol and coins, but that would be amazing. So I liked it when the Strike Your Own was a coin that wasn't from that year. So the Isaac Newton was a 2017 coin that was a Strike Your Own in 2018. So you can find a 2018 Newton if someone had broken it out of the Strike Your Own packaging and spent it, which I imagine wouldn't happen. But I think that's quite neat that it stands on its own as a coin not of that year. And with that, I think we'll get back to the coins. Well, there we go. There's a bit of a result. 3 WJNM. Wonder if that's someone's initials. That'd be kind of spooky, wouldn't it? But let's see what new ones we've got for the books. So some nice progress on the 2019 one. We've now got 3 on that panel. Obviously looking a bit sparse on the other pages, but there we go. And then ticking off another in this book. I still can't believe we haven't finished a panel yet. W looking lovely there. So we got 2, 3, 4, 8. 8 left to get. And then we finally finished a book of these. So all that leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!